is interdisciplinary approach is nothing but it is and study where you study and you apply that. Say for an example, whatever things we study in the books like balance sheet, journal entries, all the things that should not be limited only for the studies here, that should be applied wherever it is necessary. Even the ethics whatever you study here, that should be applied in your life, only then you'll be having a better practical things of that. Sociology is nothing but like the set of rules, regulations, civics, all those things. Anthropology is nothing but the study of human culture and all those things. Psychology, it is a better study how the human reacts with each person. Economics is nothing but your GDPs, all those things. Economics is nothing but how to earn profits, mission works, outputs, all those. So interdisciplinary it is nothing but an approach and application where you study and you make that to be implemented. So the next heading is of manpower planning. Manpower planning is nothing but human resource planning. Planning is nothing but a predetermined activity, right? Planning is nothing but an predetermined activity or a set of action. So what is this exactly? Human resource planning is nothing but acquiring and allocating the persons. This is what human resource planning says. Acquiring in the sense recruiting the persons, allocating is nothing but you know allocating the person for that designation, in the sense selecting the right person for the right job. Say for an example, as I said you all in the beginning itself, if he is from the commerce background, so that I acquire him, in the sense I recruit him, I select him, later on I allocate him according to its criteria or qualification. That is what human resource planning, it is nothing but selecting the exact person, selecting the right number of person for the right kind of job at the right place and at the right time, doing all the things exactly is of planning. It's so manpower planning or human resource planning may be defined as the process by which the management ensures that right number, in the sense how many persons to be recruited, okay, or how many persons should be allocated to that exact work, and at the right kind of people. Right kind of people here is nothing but based on the designations, based on the ethics, all those things, at right place, in which site or in which location should they be placed, or in which designation should be placed, and at right time, is at right time, exactly at which time. Say for an example, the better example is of, you all know this, work in progress. Is work in progress, usually this things takes place in the contract, in the sense it might be in your construction, the highway constructions, buildings, all those things. This you call it has masonry in your local language, and in the terms you call them as contractor. The contractor, I'm just giving you all an example for this. The contractor should know who is the bet, how many persons should be taken for the work today, is to do the work there, at what kind of people, because it is not said only that you need the persons who construct the out. Apart from that, you need the electricians, you need the plumbers, all those persons. So what kind of work I have first, that should be known. Later on, according to that, I should make the people who is better in that. It is nothing but whether it's of technical word or non-technical word, what kind of work, that is what I said, you're like plumbers, electricians, all those things. Apart from that, at right place, in which location should I take the work, and at right time, is this the exact time to do the work, because only after your hard work, that is like your construction of the building, only later on that, in the sense, and on next process of your construction is of your electrician, things should be taken place. After your electrician, your plumber, that is piping, all those things should be taken place. This is what the thing is, that when you all wanted the corporate example is nothing but, if I started an organization, I should seek that how many persons to be recruited, apart from that what kind of people, in the sense what criteria of people to be allocated there, apart from that at right place, in the place which designation should be placed over there, and at right time, is this the right time to recruit them or not, this thing should be taken place. This is what you call it as human resource planning. Okay, and next, it is the process of developing and determining objectives, policies, or procurement in relation to manpower. It involves anticipating the present and future requirements of the number and quality of workforce in the organization. Yes, this is quite common. Say for an example, if you wanted more of your outputs, excuse guys, if you want more enough of your outputs, then it is quite understood that even you need to implement more human work there, only then your outputs will be more, in the sense not in all cases, in few cases. Say for an example, even in you can do the work or you can do the job exactly having some good effective and efficient workers. Say for an example, if the 10 people are doing the same work for 2 days, why can't 8 people or 9 people or 7 people can do the same work with more effective and efficiency things. These things should be taken care by the human resource management. So whatever related to the human resource, to get and better output, to get and better effective and efficient manner from the human resource, these things should be carried by the human resource, and this thing is called as human resource planning. So whatever human resource planning things will be taken place, these things will be done by the human resource manager. HRP is nothing but, that is human resource planning is a plan of action formulated to meet the future human resource needs. As I said, to need planning is nothing but predetermined course of action, in the sense you anticipate or you predict your future there. So whatever things, in the sense you can't just go recruit the person on the day what you wanted to do there. Say for an example, if some person quit your organization today, so that it is better to to keep a person outstanding there, in the sense to reserve some person as soon as he quit there. So that is a better thing. If the person quit today and if you go searching him, then there will be a gap there, right? So it is nothing but to have a predetermined action or predetermined course of plan there. Okay, so that is what human resource planning says. So importance or benefits of human resource planning is, what are the importance or benefits of human resource planning is, first one is of future personal needs. Make sure that guys, it is of personal, not personal. There is a difference between the word personal and personal. Personal is nothing but your personal things, personal is of organization. Future personal needs is nothing but in future, in case of absences or in case of termination or in case of quitting the job, so what should I do? That will be the basic and first thing of the human resource planning sector. Say for an example, if some person quits the job there, I should seek the same kind of person with good effective and efficiency, so that he works, if I replace him, so that even he take care of my entire things. Okay, that is of future personal needs, in the sense whatever things has to be done in the future, I should select and I should keep the person reserved to work according to the situations there. Next one is of coping with change. Coping with change is nothing but human resource planning enables an enterprise to cope with changes in competitive forces, market, technology, products, and government regulations. Such change generate jobs in job content, skill demands, and number type of personnel. It is nothing but based on the locations, based on the seasons, whatever jobs has to be allocated to you, whatever jobs has said to be done by you, these things should be taken place. The next one is of creating highly talented personnel. Is, say for an example, based on your criteria, as I said you all many times in your class, if there is a person who has acquired 86 percentage and one with the 90 percentage and one with the 95 percentage, obviously the organization goes with the topper person there, because even he will be having an intention to not lose that highest mark secured person, because when compared to the 86 percentage or when compared to the failed candidate, the training or the education is less required for the 95 percentage. This is quite of frequently taken place in all the organizations. Even you have this campus selection, right? Even if you have a single backlog, the organization steps back to recruit you. But if there is a person who has secured 95 or 96 percentage, then quite common all the all the companies or the organization rush up to recruit them. That is nothing but creating highly talented person. Say for an example, based on your marks as well as on your talents, they recruit the persons. So apart from this recruitment, they provide you some special training as well as some skills, all those things, so that you become an best out of the things there. That is nothing but creating highly talented personnel, making the organization to get an exact person or to select the right person from the for the right job. Next one is of protection of weaker sections. Here weaker sections is nothing but a different community. Say for an example, here the community doesn't mean only related to the caste, even it is quietly related to the weaker sections, in the sense it might be based on their income level. Okay, protection of weaker section, based if there is some persons who is working in an organization who has an less income, even they are treated as a community. Apart from that, even you have physically handicapped persons, backward communities. Apart from that, there are various communities, even it might be based on the caste, based on the physical presence, that is nothing but handicapped or that persons. Apart from that, even you have the persons who acquires or who gets lower salaries, that is nothing but based on the income level. These are the various weaker sections. So it might be even based on the social, that is like your caste, religion, all those things. So this is also foremost thing to be taken care by the organization, because as you all know this, we are quite near to the BEML employees, towards the BEML organization, the BEML industry. There, as soon as we enter to the BEML, we have an BEML Bharat Earth Movers Employees Association, that is nothing but BEMEA. As well, we have many unions working for the laborers, that is like TUCC, Trade Union Coordination Center, as well as AICTU. All these are the various NGOs or some other associations working in favor of the laborers. So it might be, making these associations all started to get the backward community or backward people to have a proper welfare as well as the development of them. These things have been started quite for the development as well as for the welfare of them. So next point is of international strategies. Yes, international strategies is most important for each and every organization. Say for an example, if I am using an person who is less talented or something, why shouldn't I adopt some foreign technologies or some other things? Say for an example, if the better example is of your computers. Before all, we used to maintain the data through your books or balance sheets, ledgers, all those things in your books. As soon as the computer got a most important place in the organization, we needed a person who has capability of handling the computer there. So it is nothing but international strategies is not of only through you can acquire that, even that can be acquired through the technological advancement. Okay, it is not of exactly with the international strategies as well. Even it can be acquired with the technology advancement. Say for an example, international strategies is nothing but, you all know this, MNC companies as well as domestic companies. Infosys is an MNC company, Tata is an MNC company, Wipro, all these are MNC companies. There will be some domestic organization or companies even in our cities. So what are the strategies all these MNCs are taking care while recruiting or while selecting or while allocating the persons for the jobs? Even that exact strategies can be implemented or can be acquired from that company, so that even you can implement the same policies or strategies in your organization, so that even you can come across the better employees in recruiting them. So this is what international strategies says, that it is nothing but whenever this international strategies are followed by the various MNC companies, even the domestic company can follow the same strategies, so that they can get an effective and efficient person in the for the organization. Next one is of foundations for personal functions. Your personal functions is nothing but your recruitment, selections, transfers, promotions, compensation, all those things. So it is nothing but you prepare a proper design or proper layout, so that this should be easily adopted and that should be easily implemented in the organization. Say for an example, if I recruit a person, there will be some process, right? Through what media do I advertise for my recruitment or for my selection is of, if I adopt the newspaper, then there is some process between me and the press media. I go provide him the information, I based on that he goes on with the advertisement. Later on to that, he comes to my organization. The person whoever reads that newspaper, he comes to my organization. There will be some process, there will be some process in the recruitment, right? There will be 3 or 4 levels of interview. One will be of your face to face conversation, one will be of your aptitude, one will be with the video conference, and when at last you'll be having an fixation of your salaries, all those things. It is of process. Next thing, as soon as you recruit, there will be various stages, like your basic pay. After that, you will be having with your DA, TA, as well as with your ESI, PFF. This PF, all those things should be taken care. Later on, apart from that, you will be having a performance appraisal. That is nothing but your promotions based on your promotion. I mean, based on your performance. Even we have to promote you. If you are an executive, then you should be promoted as a team leader or with the senior executive. From team leader, you'll be appointed or you'll be promoted as a manager, all those things. And transfers, if you are a better worker, it might be for the better as well as for the non better performance, you'll be transferred here and there. The better example is of government departments, the police, they will be transferred to various parts of the states as well as through the various places of the country. This is what foundations of personal functions. Next one is of increasing investments in human resource. Increasing investments in human resource is nothing but, say for an example, for the better performance, you provide them with an extra training. Yes, you provide them with an extra training. Say for an example, if group of persons working in an organization, they are better and best so far with the technology advancement, even that will be not the last stage of your organization. Even there will be lot of changes, as I said you all, there will be lot of technological advancements. If some or the other missions are being implemented in various organizations, so even they should take care in such a manner that they should go acquire the knowledge. So it is nothing but you invest your money on the persons to acquire more knowledge about the technology advancements as well as various strategies. That is nothing but whatever skills or advancements or trainings that are needed for the employees, you provide them. In the sense, you invest your money on the human resource so that they gain more and much of knowledge of the new things. Next one is of resistance to change and move. This is quite common thing, because there will be in huge changes And move is nothing but transfers from one place to another place. Change in the sense it might be promotion or depromotion, whatever it might be, based on your evaluation, based on your performance. All those things should be taken place in the organization. Next one is of other benefits. Other benefits is not, other benefits or as like allocating the right person for the right job, better opportunities for the women and minority groups. Next one is of better planning of assignments to develop managers to done major and successful demands on labor and local labor markets can be done. These are the various functions of human resource planning. So the next setting is of challenges of manpower planning in retail sector. We shall go through with this topic in your next class. So whatever I have done with your human resource management and your human resource planning, please try to study the things, guys. Thank you.